Why do we always talk about the ADHD lens? That is what I want to talk to you about today. It's one of those kind of things that gets bandied about, isn't it? Viewing things through an ADHD or a neurodivergent lens. So I thought I would break down the jargon. And hello, if you're new here, or if you're a regular, welcome to the Unconventional Business Podcast. This is your place for real stories of real people growing their businesses in the real world, probably with some kind of difference from the norm, be that neurodivergence, caring responsibilities, managing a career or a business alongside those, chronic illnesses, or just people that like to see things differently. Hence why we're called the Unconventional Business Podcast. The clue is in the name. So, yes, this idea of the ADHD lens, that's what I want to talk about to you today in this second mini episode. And the reason I want to talk to you about that is very relevant because last week I got my first set of varifocals. Yep, 44 years old, and here I am. I have reached the age where I am both short-sighted and long-sighted, which is super fun. So I went the whole hog actually and got the transitions lenses that go dark in the light because my eyes are really light sensitive. So yes, welcome to my new bins. Apparently you need to wear them solidly for a couple of weeks and then my eyes will get used to the fact that when I glance down, that is obviously for close work, but when I look out, that's for distance. And as I've been slightly struggling to get used to these new lenses, it's made me think about this whole metaphor that we use of the ADHD lens. It serves as a great analogy, right, for in those moments of thinking, what do I do? Literally thinking, what lens do I need? I'll try not to stretch this analogy too far. If you know me, you'll know I love an analogy, but sometimes I think I stretch them past the point of them being useful because I see another connection and I'm like, oh, this could work. So yeah, I think in times of overwhelm, for example, we tend to look into the distance. We see the big picture. We see all the things. We use our distance lenses and we see the enormity of the thing in front of us. And really, what we need in those moments is to glance down through our varifocals and just see what's close up, just see what's right in front of us. What is the priority? What do I really need to attend to right now? What's close up? What needs my attention in this particular moment? Which can include yourself, by the way, not just other people or things. And then the converse is true. Sometimes we get so stuck in the weeds that all we really deal with head down is what's in front of us, and we forget to take that step back, look through our distance lenses and go, wait, what is all this for? We lose the thread, don't we, of what does this all add up to? Where am I going? What is that bigger picture? Thinking in that way can help you in those moments to figure out what is my next step. Is it to just follow the plan, look at the ground, look at my next step? Or is it to bring your head up and look out into the distance and remind yourself what it's all for, what it's about? And I think when we talk about viewing things through an ADHD lens, what we're trying to do is apply that kind of frame, that kind of thinking. Like you could look at a situation through a lens of neurotypical expectations and say, right, if you need to mow the lawn, you need to say to yourself, I'm going to mow the lawn, find a time at the weekend and get your lawnmower out and mow the lawn. And that's pretty much it. You just do it. And the lens through which you're looking is with neurotypical expectations of what might be required of you, what might be going on in your brain in order to complete that task. When you put on your ADHD glasses and you look through an ADHD lens, you see different things come into focus. What you see is that underneath each one of those tasks are a load of subtasks. You don't just choose a time in your weekend when it can be convenient. You are competing against a bunch of other stuff, like what your energy levels are like and what else is going on in your life and how overwhelmed you feel about the task. how clear you are on how long it's going to take, whether you can find the electrical lead for the lawnmower, and then very quickly those set of subtasks can become overwhelming. And then, of course, with an ADHD lens on, you also layer on having an interest-based nervous system. And if the idea of mowing the lawn is boring, forget it. It doesn't matter how important it is. Your brain might need a different type of motivation, or you might need to apply a different type of thinking about this task in order to help your brain actually get on with it and do it. So when we look with an ADHD lens, we look at that whole process of mowing the lawn in a completely different way, with completely different levels of understanding and different angles on what might on the surface look very simple but underneath have lots of associated things. So when we talk about the ADHD lens, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about different things coming into focus. We're talking about applying a completely different view and perspective. The thing is the same, mowing the lawn stays the same, but it's how we look at it, it's the angle that we approach it from. I hope that serves as a helpful analogy, and I also hope that at some point I stop feeling drunk when I walk down the stairs in my varifocals. I will let you know how I get on. But if this idea has resonated, please do drop me a message and let me know. I hope it's been a helpful analogy and I haven't stretched it too far. And I'd love to hear from you. What has it been helpful for you to view in your own life, of the things that you do with an ADHD lens? And until next time, let's keep doing business and life differently.